Hello everyone. So I recently got the Cricut Maker. It is supposed to be released on August 20th, but I was able to get my hands on one before the release date. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I cut the fabric to make this cosmetic bag. So I already have it loaded in my iPad. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit Make It. Okay, so I'm going to be needing two different mats to make this cosmetic bag. I'm going to need the main fabric. I'm going to be using duck canvas and also the fabric that's going to go at the bottom. I already had my fabric cut. I have here some, I think it's like a beige bone color, and I also have a navy blue that I will be using for this project. So right now I'm loading my mat with my fabric that I have already pre-cut. I have the rotary blade already inserted. Up to this point I don't have the fabric pen, but what I'm gonna do, I'm going to be using a regular Cricut silver pen. That is the 1.0 medium tip. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert this right here. I'm going to do this with my left hand as I'm holding my phone with the right hand. This is funny. Okay, so I'm going to press continue here on my iPad. Okay, so now I'm ready to select the material that I'm going to be cutting. And something that I really enjoy and like about this new machine is how it has this side USB port. If you guys notice, my iPad is like 4%. It's almost dead at this point, but because it's plugged, like I will be able to finish my project without a problem. In the past, I will have to like get a charger or like charge my iPad for like 10-20 minutes, so I will have enough battery to actually finish the project. I'm really bad at charging my devices. Anyway, so I'm gonna be cutting duck canvas. So I'm going to be selecting the heavy fabric like denim. This is a very thick canvas. It's like, if you guys take a look, it's thicker than cotton. So I think that will probably be the best setting. There might be another one that's not as strong, but I will have to probably look into that later. So now my little C is blinking, so we're ready to go. So the first thing it does, it starts writing. You will use the pen that I already inserted to place marks on the fabric. That will make it easier for you to know where you have to like put your needle and start sewing, which is makes it a lot easier. I mean, I am not at all an expert. I actually, before making this video earlier, I made one of the bags. It came out alright, I will say. It's not perfect, but this is my first time doing something like this, so I think it came out alright. The zipper ended up being a little too short. I will probably have to replace that zipper later. Now, if you guys can see here, how it's placing these little like lines on the fabric. So that's where your needle and thread will go through. So at first it goes placing all the marks, and then it goes ahead and cuts the fabric. So now it is cutting the fabric. You guys can hear the blade going in circles. You can't really tell while it's still on the mat, but it's doing a pretty good job cutting it. Now it's moving to the other section. These are the two main panels. Okay, so it's ready. I'm gonna go ahead and get the mat out. And I'm gonna go ahead and peel these off. Oops. As you can see how it comes out nice, clean, comes with this little marks that helps you align the fabric, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna get the other part. Where is the... I think it's better if you do it that way. Get the other portion here. Okay, so now I am going to be using some dark blue fabric for the bottom part. The bag that I originally made, I used pink, but I didn't have any more pink left, so let's go with blue. I'm gonna go ahead and place this mat back inside the Cricut. I'm gonna push it and get it in. And let's see. Let's start. Now, something you guys might notice is that it has some thread on the mat. I don't know if there is a way to remove that, honestly. I read that you're not supposed to scrape the mat because the kind of like the glue that it has might come off, and then you'll have to buy a new one. It's supposed to be like something that will last forever or something. I'm not sure. I've only used it like 3 times. But it would be good if they give you more details on how you're supposed to clean it, and because I mean eventually it's gonna end up full of thread and it's not gonna be looking nice. I hope that Cricut comes up with something soon. Well, that's cutting. I wanted to show you guys the instructions. This pattern is made by Simplicity. If you've ever been to like Joann's or any of those stores that sell fabric, they also sell the Simplicity patterns. They're very popular. Honestly, I've never used a Simplicity pattern before. I usually just download like free stuff online that is like squares or rectangles, things that don't require a lot of like skill, because I can barely sew straight line. That's the truth. And I found this one to be a little tricky to understand. It's just the instructions are not as clear. Like when you buy the patterns online, like they come with a lot of pictures and they explain things a little better. This one, like it has 7 steps, but they're not very detailed. And if you've never done any sewing before, you might find it a little intimidating. But if you've never done this before, I don't think this is something like a beginner will want to tackle. Or I mean, you might be able to get it done, that's definitely, but just you will probably end up wasting some fabric, or you might end up like having to like take apart the whole thing and redo it like a bunch of times. I actually had to take apart like two little areas before I got it completed because I couldn't understand exactly what I was supposed to do. Now it's still writing. I wonder if this pen, I mean this is a silver pen, so yeah, you can see it on this navy color. I was gonna use the black, but then I realized that maybe that wasn't gonna be that good of an idea. Also, like you are supposed to use a fabric pen. In this case, I'm using this one because I don't have the fabric pen yet. And all these marks are gonna be in the wrong side of the fabric. So when I put my item, my cosmetic bag together, all is gonna be on the inside. So it's not gonna be visible. But like if you're concerned about like having those lines with the fabric pen, it's supposed to be washable. So you won't have to worry about that. So now it's cutting the other fabric part. That's what it's doing, like this little triangle mark so you can align the fabric properly, which I find it pretty cool. Sometimes like if you don't have it properly aligned, you're gonna have lines that are like, I don't know, they just look weird. So I go ahead and take my mat out. And it's pretty cool that it gives you the number 2. So in the instructions, If you guys see here, it gives you numbers on each piece of fabric, each cut. So it puts the numbers on it, so it's easy to identify which piece goes where. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my fabric out of here. Okay. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this piece that I'm going to be discarding. And here they are. I have all my pieces to make the cosmetic bag. That is definitely a lot easier than using a rotary cutter or like trying to use a ruler or whatever device that you guys use to cut your fabric. It makes the cutting part really easy, but they do have to work on the instructions because I found them to be not too easy to understand. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys how the cutting works with the new Cricut Maker. I know a lot of people are excited and can't wait to get it on this upcoming Sunday, so I wanted to just give you a little pic of how things work. Once again, let me show you guys. This is the bag that I put together using this pattern. It took me about I would say 45 minutes to put it together. The thing estimates like around 1 to 2 hours. I don't think it takes that long, but just so you guys have an idea. Anyways, if you have any questions, just write it in the comments down below, and I hope you enjoy my video. Have a great one.